Moments with Kaylin. It's inspiring. Moments with Kaylin. Come on in. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone has enjoyed their day and just being able to do what they have to do. I hope everyone has been able to enjoy church if you went. If not, then just being able to enjoy being alive and being who you are and doing the things that you do. I do apologize for coming on later, 2 minutes later. I was trying to get stuff together with myself and everything else. So yeah, I am back on. I do again apologize for the past 2 or 3 weeks for not being on. First 2 weeks I wasn't feeling the best. I was sick and I was trying to get everything ready so I could go to school the next day, so I wasn't coming on because I wasn't feeling the best. And also, I was also trying to figure out what I wanted to do with Inspiring Moments this year because I want to keep it going. I have enjoyed being able to give my whole perspective on certain quotes and certain issues, and people respond to it with a really happy attitude. So I am very, very grateful to be able to be on and to just be able to say something new for 2020. We are in a new year. Happy belated new year. It's a long time from the new year, but I am excited to be back on. So during this conversation today, if you want to comment or say anything, I'm going to try to see it, but my mom will probably end up telling me the comments that come through. But I'm just hoping that this is more of a discussion with everybody because, yes, I am giving points, but I want my broadcast to be more about when I'm on, I'm not just talking to people. I want people to ask questions. I want people to be able to feel free to comment anything they need to. If they need any advice, at the end, I'll give it to them, even if it's not on the topic that I'm talking about today. But I just want to be able to help a bunch of people in the world and just allow everyone to be inspired. So, if you haven't seen already, today's topic is it's time to be successful. And I think I thought about this because of the fact that most people, New Year comes around, they start making goals or resolutions, if they call it, because they want to be better in the new year. And they want to be able to see something get better than it was the year before and just fix some things in their life. So I'm talking about the topic of being successful. I'll probably talk about a couple more things in the month of January about just getting ready for this new year and how we're going to be able to be better in the new year and just be a better us. So the word success itself means attaining wealth, prosperity, and or fame. And you know the word successful, it means full of success. So the root word is success. You have to be able to know that you are trying to achieve something that is greater than you. You want to be able to reach your goal. You want to be able to do something that you have been wanting to work on for a while. Being successful means the achievement of desired visions and planned goals. That's the whole gist of it. Being successful, it takes work. It's not something that's going to come at the snap of your finger. Because yes, we're all successful in life. We get certain things done. But when you're really trying to work at a goal, a certain goal that you really want to put your time and energy to, it's going to take work and it's going to take time. You have to just be able to know that even through everything that you're going through, even through everything that you have to prepare for the goal to happen. Like, let's say you have a long-term goal. You want to lose, 50 pounds before the year's over with, or you have a set time. You have to take time to get to that goal. You're going to have to change your diet if it's not the right plan. You're going to have to exercise. You're going to have to do things and put time and work to be able to make your goal come true. Being successful requires being proactive and not waiting for life to come to you. You're active, not passive. It's really about being able to know that yes, I am going through certain things and I have a goal that I want. And sometimes you may have goals that you can't financially support or that you need help with. Don't just sit there and say, I'm never going to do it because I don't have it right now. Take a leap of faith and try to go towards your goal. You may not have it right now, but if you are trying to show people that you care and that you really want to help somebody, I promise someone's going to support you. And if they don't, you're going to have time to work up to be able to support yourself. Because even if people don't support you, that's why you're there for yourself. Show up for who you are and show up in your life for whatever you need to. When you're being successful, you can't have a negative thought process, or you can't sit here and say, it's never going to work. I have this idea, but it's just not going to happen. I'm never going to be able to do it. Because if you have that mindset, you're just defeating yourself in the beginning. You're saying that I give up. I wrote this goal down on my paper. I was like, January, here we go. We're going to do it. And then you start getting ready to start the goal and you realize it's hard for you in some spot and then you want to give up. You have to be proactive. You can't wait for life to come to you. You can't wait for a certain situation or a certain part of your life where you feel like you have to do it. If you want to do it, or accomplish a goal at any time, like you can do it at any age. I'm 14 and I'm on here on Facebook Live talking to you. I'm not saying that I could have waited until I could have waited till I was an adult. I could have waited till I was older, but I'm doing it now because I feel like I have a voice and that I can express myself through certain things that I do. You don't have to wait till any age. If you feel like you have something to say and you have a goal and a vision in mind, ask your parents to help you or try to get people to support you in everything that you're doing, because I promise if you want to do something and you really put your mind to it, you're going to try as hard as you can to do it. Now, if you say you want to do something but your heart's really not into it, then I understand that you may not accomplish that goal in that moment because that's not something that you really want to do. And I think everyone in life goes through that. It's like if you are playing a sport and you think at first, oh, it's going to be awesome, and you start playing it and you really don't like it, and then you end up doing something different, and then you still may not like that, and you try something new. As humans, the people we are, we always try new things when we don't end up liking it. But there's a point where you find your niche, something that you're really good at and something that you want to get better at. And then you start working towards to make yourself better. If you're playing a game or you're doing something, you're trying to make sure you are practicing. You are working towards getting yourself prepared, making sure you're strong, making sure you have everything you need. We do the same thing on a daily basis when it comes to our goals. You may not realize it, but if you're really working towards your goal, it could be a small goal. It's like at school. If I say I want to get straight A's or I want to have A, B honor roll, all you have to do is study, make sure you're paying attention in class, do work. If you're confused, ask the teacher about something. There's many steps you can take to being successful. You just have to be able to be the person to say, okay, I'm going to take those steps, because there's nothing stopping you but yourself. You keep saying you want to be successful and you want to go through things and you want to be like other people in the world. But if you don't acknowledge that you really want to put your whole heart and your whole mind into something, how can you start? How can you go beyond and start being the person you were meant to be? Start being successful. Start following your purpose. You have to be the one to say, I'm ready to go into this with whatever I have with me. I may not have everything I need to get me to my goal, but I'm trying. I'm going to push hard and I'm going to do what I need to do. Now, when it comes to being successful, we all have dreams. We all have goals. And our dreams fuel us to do certain things sometimes. But if you don't build your own dream, someone else will hire you to help them build theirs. I'm just going to be honest. When you have a dream, if you don't get out and say, oh, I want to do this or I want to be here, I promise you're going to end up helping somebody else. And they're going to be fine. They're going to be building their dream. but you're still going to be in a spot where I want to do this, but I'm not fully committed to it. If you have a dream that you've always wanted, you don't have to accomplish it right in the moment. Like I said, it takes steps. Take steps towards your dream. Your dream is really a long-term thing over your life. If my dream is to become a doctor, as a child or when I'm growing up, I'm going to look up certain things about a doctor to know. Take certain things. Okay, yes it did. That's interesting. Sorry about that. Technical difficulty good? Okay, I'm sorry for that technical difficulty. See, technology, like I said, sometimes things aren't planned the way they should go and things happen, but you keep going. That's just technical difficulty. But like I was saying, you have to be able to know how to build your own dream and be able to put yourself first and know that you can do it. If you have a dream, achieve it. Take those small steps. You don't have to achieve your dream right now, but you can always work towards it. Take those steps. It's going to take time and it's going to be challenging, but don't ever stop. Success is achieved by developing our strengths, not by eliminating our weaknesses. A bunch of people think that sometimes the things that are hindering them are the things that they are not good at. Your weaknesses sometimes come in handy. You may not be the best at writing, or you may not be the best at reading, but at the end of the day, you can do it. It may take you a little bit of time and a little bit of work, but you can get it done. Don't ever start to build something and get successful and you are putting all your strengths into it. You have all these talents, and if you aren't good at something, don't stop there. It's a challenge for a reason. You're going to go through certain things and you're going to try to be able to work towards something. And there's always going to be a tiny obstacle trying to stop you, but you don't have to let it stop you. That's why you have who you are. You have those strengths to help with your weaknesses. They're there to be able to help you. Like I said, if you're not good at something, don't just give up on it. How will you know? Because if you're trying to build a dream, think about it. You're building your dream, you're doing certain things, and then you start getting to this high place where you're almost there, you're almost to your dream, and you have this one obstacle that's holding you back. Are you going to sit there and let it stop you and let everything you've worked hard for go down the drain? Or are you going to keep pushing, even if it's hard, to get to your dream? You're so close and you just want to reach up and grab it. You're there. Some people are there right now. They've been working in the past year, and now it's a whole new year, and you're so close to being towards your dream. Don't give up just because it's taken you a long time to get there. Because if you give up and you don't continue what you're doing, what was all that for? What was all the time, all the work, all the tears, all the happy times, everything you worked for? Why give it up? It's a new year. That doesn't mean you change everything you've done. It means you make it better. You start finding ways to improve certain things. It's a new year. It's time to be successful. It's your choice and what you want to do. In order to be successful, you have to make time to work towards your goal. It's going to be challenging, but challenging does not mean impossible. When you go through certain things, it's going to be hard. We've all experienced something where we felt like, this isn't the easiest thing for me. I don't really get it, but you push through it. You've made it through it. Those small challenges that you've had, you've gotten to a greater place. I'm school again because it's my analogy. You're in school. There's been times where you've been doing assignments and you don't necessarily get it right then. That's why you have the whole year to improve on that topic or that subject in whatever you in. So at the end of all of the school year, when you take your test and you see that you've done well or you've seen that you've grown, you're getting better at it. And it may take you a couple years in school to be better at something, but at the end of the day, You got better at it. You're not perfect in it because you're never going to be perfect in anything. But you got better. Don't allow those challenges to be that point where you stop and you say, I'm done. Don't allow the obstacles to stop you. You can be successful. Don't allow things to hinder you, because when you do that, then you're just putting a blocker over you. It's like you're putting a wall around everything that you have worked hard for. You got to be able to trust yourself and know that all the work that you've put into your goal, into everything you want to start, you're going to get through it. And if you're trying to start a new goal this year and you want to just be better, start small. The best thing to do when it comes to starting a goal is acknowledging that you want to. And then you write it on paper. Don't just let it sit on the paper and never go anywhere else besides the paper. Once you write the goal down, yes, it's going to take you some time depending on whatever the goal is. But you still have to try. Don't just allow it to sit on this notebook paper right here. Don't allow it to sit on paper. Actually allow yourself to be able to work towards your goal, however long it takes you. Because at least you're trying to do something and you're not just sitting here waiting for life to carry out for you, or for you to just go through the motions of everything every day. And I know I'm talking about being successful, but I'm going to go off on this. In 2020, well, this new year in general, don't be the same person you were in 2019. Even if you were a good person in 2019, we all have something to work on. We all have something we can do better. Don't be the same person and keep going through the same thing over and over. Regroup. Do something different. Because we're all at the place where we're trying to get to a higher level and we want to be able to do new things. We see all this stuff going around in the world and we see all the problems. We can do something about it. We just have to work towards making sure we have these certain skills down, being able to help others, being able to learn how to help others, because it's not going to always come easily. Some people get hurt and they feel like people are bad, or they feel like the world is against them. But once people actually reach out to them and help them see another way, that's when people start to change and the world that we know now starts changing. So don't be the same person. Help someone out if you know you can. If you know they're struggling, they're going through something. You may not be able to just in that moment try to change their situation. You're never going to be able to change a person's full situation depending on what it is. Take small steps, whether that's sending someone a text or just calling them and saying, hey, I just want to say hi. Are you good? Check up on them. Make sure they're okay. Even if it takes you having to make them laugh when they feel sad, or knowing what works for them. But be a good person to someone this year. Back to what I was saying. When it comes to being successful, the key to success is to focus on the goals that you have, not your obstacles. If you sit here and focus on all the negative and all the this is going on and I can't get this right and I can't get that right, you're just gonna stay in the same spot you're in. You're not moving. You're not gonna progress in your goal. You're just gonna stay there. It's gonna stay on the paper because you don't want to try and challenge yourself to do something that you haven't done before. I'll give you an example with just me. Kaylin's Caring Connection did not start with the snap of a finger. It took time. We started off with teddy bears. We moved to toys. That's a progression point. Teddy bears, yes, like we say, teddy bears are cheaper than toys. Things got elevated. We got more partners. We were able to raise more money. We didn't start off at the quick moment. It started off with just someone who cared. Someone who needed to make a change or felt like they needed to make a change in the world. And slowly over the past 4 years, we've been able to do a lot of things. It's never going to just come easily. It was a challenge, because I'm not going to say that there weren't some days where I felt like I don't know if this is going to work out. But I didn't give up, because I had my mom. I had someone there to push me. Even when I felt like I didn't want to be here. Or sometimes I felt like, even with inspiring moments, some days I felt like today's just not a good day for me, or I'm not feeling the best. But I've really wanted to come on, because at the end of the day, I still want to be there to inspire some other people and be able to help someone else. Because I may not be having the best day, but there are people that are worse than me or going through certain things. So that doesn't mean I'm just going to stop what I'm doing just because of the fact that, yes, I may not be feeling the best, or emotionally I'm not there. Now, I was sick last time, so I wasn't on. But sometimes when I'm not feeling the best, I still come on, and I still want to encourage people. Your goals and your dreams are not going to come easily. It's going to take time. So you got to work towards your thing. I really want everyone to know that you can be successful. There's nothing stopping you. Sky is the limit. You can do anything that you want to do. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Don't allow you to limit yourself. Don't be the wall and the blocker for your own self. If you know you want to do something, go for it. If no one will support you, I will. I will be there emotionally to support you through everything. If you need someone to talk to, or you need some tips about starting a new goal or starting a new adventure in your life, you can say something to me. You can comment down below now. You can comment on the Kaylin's Caring Connection page. I will try my best to reach out to you. But you can't allow yourself to hinder yourself. You can be successful. And I want to leave everyone off with this, because you know I like my analogy, so I'm about to wrap this all up with one. But success consists in being successful, not in having potential for success. Any wide piece of ground is the potential site of a palace, but there's no palace till it's built. We all have things in our life. We all have the potential to be great, but if you don't do anything with the potential, then it's just going to sit here. If you don't allow yourself to be able to take the potential energy inside of you and make it kinetic, what is it going to do? It's going to sit here. It's going to store up, and it's never going to go anywhere. You have to make the decision that you want to release that. You want to start building your vision. You want to start building your goal. You want to start being successful. Don't allow anything to stop you. If you want to do it, you do it. Just do it. Nike. There we go. Do what you want. You can do anything. And I love you all. I just really want everyone to know that you can be successful. If you want to start something new, start it. As long as it's good for you and it's going to be conducive for you, do what you need to do to be successful in 2020. We're in a new year, new you, new mindset. We got to be better. We got to be stronger. We got to do a lot more things. But that is all I have for Inspiring Moments with Kaylin today. I really just wanted to come on and let everyone know that you got this. I love you all. I hope everyone enjoys their day off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Woo! I'm going to enjoy myself because we just had a competition. And yes, I do want to shout out to my school real quickly. We had a competition on Saturday and we got 4th place out of 12 people. Florida High Color Guard, we did it, and I am Winter Guard, but I am very excited for us. I'm glad we were able to push ourselves and sing as if I had a competition. I am tired, so I am glad I don't have to go back to school tomorrow. But I hope everyone has an amazing day tomorrow. Be safe. Don't do anything crazy. Have fun. Please dress warm. It's going to be cold. I think the low is like 28 and the high is only 50 something. Please stay warm and don't get sick. And I love everyone. I will see you next Sunday if the Lord says the same. Have a marvelous, marvelous Monday. And bye.